Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spirit Hunter's Infinite Horde. Today, we will be taking another look at a character profile with a specific weapon. We have the Tornado today. We have the Mighty Tornado over here, all filled out fantastically. Down here, all filled out again fantastically. And over here, all filled out all fantastically. This will be our primary weapon. Who are we running this on? Well, the title gives it away a little bit, but we're going with the mighty Conrad. He's double in size. His tornadoes are double in size. Let's go. It's going to be huge tornadoes. To fit the tornado theme, we're also going to be going with weapons that sort of have random attacks, and range doesn't really matter. So we will be going with spears, as those randomly hit us. And those will sort of be our protection. We will be going with Grand Hex, just for explosions everywhere, and for the boss killer, we will be going with the shurikens. I hope for next time we should start being able to use bone. I don't want to use arrow as it is the hybrid, so I'm not going to go with arrow. But that's what we're going with today. We will also be going on the spine dunes, and I did actually go for the 30% move speed, just to sort of speed them up a little bit. Yeah, the monsters are going to be a lot faster, but really it's his speed that I care about. I don't care about theirs. But we are on the spine dunes. We got our tornado. Now, why in the world would we do spine dunes? I mean, realistically, it is I think it's probably one of the hardest map. I mean, realistically. I do think that, given certain circumstances, the grave can be as difficult as well. But, I definitely think this is at least as hard, especially with the sheer amount of bone walls that get in our way. So why this map? There you go. Just like the desert, we are going to be fighting off tornadoes with tornadoes. And, yeah, I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, right now, we are in a position where we have not gotten really any upgrades for the tornado, which I do want to get this size, but let's lock in our weapons first. We'll get those sorted out, that way we don't have to worry or fret about anything that comes in. And here we go, we're already getting some cooldown. We are going to have massive, fast tornadoes. It's going to be amazing. The only thing that really worries me right now is actually leveling up. I mean, experience is going to be everywhere. Luckily, with the speed increase, Conrad can actually kind of keep up with the tornadoes, which is pretty nice. He doesn't just get left in the dust, so that is a huge plus. But we will be keeping with the tornadoes. We got our weapons. It's on. Again, leveling is going to be the key. I do just want to sort of stay in open areas. I might not even really be searching for things and just trying to level up as much as possible, because it is going to be difficult. I do want more number, for sure. And as you can see, they're already massive. I mean, look at how big these things are. I mean, nothing is getting in between them. It's fantastic. They're only getting bigger already. Now, honestly speaking, when I do play with Tornado, which isn't that often, I will openly admit, I generally don't max out a whole lot of stats on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll upgrade it. Cooldown is fantastic. Attack size is fantastic. Knockback, I think, is nice, but not necessary generally. Just enough knockback. And number, again, I mean, the more you have, the better. The only real problem is that you don't need to max it out. Now, ideally speaking, we will be, but we're gonna have to wait and see. These things are already ginormous, and we are so early on in the leveling structure. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. We will come back for that chest. We're gonna walk around after we get this one, though. Let's stick to what we can get, and unfortunately, the experience. Who knows where it's gonna be landing? Now, what is, I think, the most important negative of the tornado here? As you can see, cooldown, number, or a size, number, cooldown, knockback is the fourth. What's missing? Damage. This is a weapon that is a defensive weapon. That's why knockback is essentially its damage. Like, it's not supposed to be killing things. It's supposed to be saving you by knocking them back, which is great. It does hinder main weapon potential, just in the fact that, well, right now for all the small enemies, perfectly fine, not even a problem. Larger enemies, however, they're not going to die in one tornado hit. Thankfully, our tornadoes are going to be so big. Oh, you can already see. They're huge. And we've only just begun. Level 17 now, so it's coming. And the cooldown is getting to the point. This is actually a critical cooldown point when you can actually fire a second tornado before the first one runs out. Especially for Conrad. You can just literally live in a tornado, another one shoots out, you live in that one. And I think that's probably going to be the best way to actually gather experience, because the tornado will be our all-encompassing killer of everything. But again, we'll get there. We are going to get plenty more tornadoes to come as we increase our number. We have a lot of number that we can increase, so that's going to be fantastic. But as you can see right now, we do not have really anything to kill these bosses. Nothing in the shurikens, and even still, them they're hitting for 10 right now. It was enough, but it's definitely the hardest part, I think. And with this, we will go just for number of spears. We don't necessarily want to increase the main damage, but getting some more number is good. It'll just clear out more small enemies there. Let's get even more tornadoes. Perfect. Oh, it's happening. Of course, as you're going to an area, you see a whole group of enemies, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait for the tornadoes to hit them. Like these guys down here. That's exactly the time when tornadoes will shoot left, right, left, up. It's doing almost a Konami code, but just for some reason never hits that down. So we'll get there. Again, bosses will be our difficult thing. High health enemies will be a challenge. There should be a chest over to the southeast over here. The boss will slowly die over time as it catches up. I think it just did. There we go. Don't even know how it died. A little off screen, which is perfectly fine. Should have gone with shuriken stuff just to start getting that up there for the final boss. But hey, we're having a good time. We're just relaxing, Conrad, he's here. Oh, I'm not gonna go for safety. I'm trusting the tornadoes to get me through everything. Part of me did just want to take Hardy and not have to even think about it. Again, Hardy on Conrad is borderline just stupidly overpowered. With his high health pool, just a heart is massive, and just generating hearts throughout the entire thing is crazy. So, not going to go for the insane safety. And right now, I'm actually sad, because this is where I get all of my experience in this map, is these guys right here. When you kill them, look at all the little things that pop out. Hopefully we're going to be able to kill them. Sadly, the tornadoes are not enough to kill them, but it can kill all the little guys. So we are firing fast enough. It's looking like it's working for the most part. We got a few of them, not quite as many levels as I like, but hey, it's a start. Oh my god, the tornadoes, they're so big. Oh. They're almost too big. I am very happy that the devs decided to increase the opacity of them, I believe. So you're able to sort of see under them a little bit. Not that much, though, especially when they are so big and stacked on top of each other. But every little bit helps, especially towards the top. It just gives you that little bit of sight. Thankfully, because they are so big, though, one thing is you sort of want them to touch. You want to have enough tornadoes that are the size, in general, that they're just touching each other, right? You don't necessarily need them overlapping. However, we are going for a huge amount of overlap, which means they will be getting hit by multiple tornadoes at a same time. So I am thrilled by that. By the way, their size is maximum. I should have pointed that out. So this is as large as they will be, but we have 7 more to get. That is going to be beautiful. Knockback is coming. Honestly, I think knockback... Oh my god, we got the range. Yay. I do very much want our size friend. However, experience pickup range right now is always needed on Conrad. The most impactful character to have it on, where, you know, Vivian gets it by default. Maxine, she moves so fast that she can still collect things even without it. Magnus, he's just there as a good average character. I mean, it's really good on him as well. But, definitely best on Conrad with his slow movement speed. It just helps so much. Really lagging behind on the levels here too. As you can see, we're only level 36, but we are... Oh, look at the tornadoes. Look at them all. Oh, it's glorious. We are hitting almost maximum threshold, and as you can see, we are speedy enough to keep up with them. And that is one of the most important things of this 30% curse, or a fix, or whatever it is officially called. I mean, we gain 30% speed, they gain 30% speed. That's a trade that I'm willing to take any day of the week. So, do we want this? Not really. We want the shop. Let us hope. Hope for Big Jeff. And no. Negatory. Nothing at all that we even want. We will take some blue runes, because, they're always fun to have. And by that I mean getting to the point in our new beginnings run that we need multiple thousands of them for a point. So, an extra 60 when you have times 3 on this map goes a long way. I will say oh, that popped out of nowhere. Map-wise, I will say, while this is probably one of my least favorite ones, it is as well, I would say, the best one for farming blue runes. This does have a times 3 multiplier on blue runes. This map is not the best for farming amber, because of the structure of the map itself. It is not open. You're not able to really freely look for chest after chest after chest. So it's not the best for amber. So early on, I would definitely avoid this unless you need a mob, specifically like these pokey riders for the spear, or the bomb riders for the mines, or the purple scarabs, which you can get from the last milestone desert. But for the cleave, anything like that, obviously you need to come to this map, or farm it in other ways. But the real key is early on you want the amber. Even blue runes aren't nearly as important. I mean, they're important, but not as much. So you really want the amber, and it's it's where you go. You go to the desert level 1, and you go to hinterlands, and you will get chest after chest after chest, especially once you invest in the more chests upgrade, which I highly suggest. It is a fantastic upgrade, and very worth it. I mean, you can go from finding 6 chests to finding 15 to 20 chests with those things. Sometimes you'll see 3 on the same screen that you can get in one point where you're standing. It's amazing. So highly recommend the more chests option. But when you need blue runes, this place will do you solid. Where other maps you are, getting 2,500, 2,600 blue runes. Maybe you're lucky and you got like a 2,900. You'll generally get that at sort of your starting level. Most times you will be over 3,000 up to 3,500. I think at most I've gotten is around 4,000, something like that. Tornadoes on tornado action. This is almost too dirty for YouTube right here. But yeah, look at these things. Oh my god. It's just ridiculous. Just this wall of wind flying out of us. I mean, honestly, I can barely see anything. They're so big, coming out so fast. Especially if I move with them. I mean, barely able to see the character. So, and when they stack, even the opacity, with them stacking, with them overlapping, it doesn't matter. You can't see anything under there. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Oh, we got a moon mummy. Moon mummies are very susceptible to knockback, except for some reason he's not getting actually like knocked back. He's sort of just being slightly annoyed. With other things like mine explosions and things, he gets flung around so far. So I'm actually surprised that the knockback from this was not that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, our knockback is not really leveled up, but I figured even unleveled up, it would still have a good knockback compared to many other things. I mean, it is sort of a function of it, and you actually level it up on your web. So, yeah, the knockback, not quite there, but we can completely forgive that. I have no problems. Honestly, I don't even like the knockback feature. I want things to come closer to me. So, I think the best use for this is just a AoE sweeper. And it does a good job as long as it goes in the right directions. We are coming into boss level time-ish. I mean, we're 3 minutes away. Only level 44. This is really bad level-wise. But, I mean, I might forego the knockback. Please forgive me. But I think we have all the important ones. And look just for the shuriken upgrades at this point. Oh! Gotta get our last number, though. Gotta get our last number. Didn't even realize. Every time this comes out, it's half of the screen. I mean, look at how massive these things are. It's just all-encompassing. Oh, Conrad. You steal the show with your glorious eyes. As said, I am going to start going just for some number, some damage, maybe some crit. To say with the shurikens, I do believe that the cooldown is the weakest of the abilities. Not saying that it's bad. Having cooldown is fantastic. Leveling it up does help significantly for retargeting. However, in terms of power gain, it is the least impactful overall. Because, I mean, you know, when you think about it, you can increase your damage by 2, which is essentially, when you get your crit up, increasing your damage by 6 for every single one you're throwing. Cooldown does not actually change how fast they throw, so they will throw at the same speed, whether your cooldown is maxed or minned. So that is also another element as well. But it will affect you starting up again and retargeting. So that's great, except I also don't really trust the targeting of the shurikens that much. You know, I just sort of... You get used to it, and you can... It is definitely better to target things now. But, you know, I'd rather have it start shooting and make the boss, or what I'm trying to target, get hit by it. And if I have to wait an extra second for it to start again, that extra second isn't going to matter so much. But an extra 60 damage, because I maxed out my damage, would. Or an extra, I mean, quantity, an extra 30 shots. Or, you know, 30 shots, 60 damage, or converting 20 damage to 60 damage being crit. It really adds up. The others really quickly. So I don't know if the shadow shurikens were firing at the same duration as the cooldown, being you shoot out 38 shurikens over the course of the cooldown. As you reduce your cooldown, you fire them faster. Then cooldown to me would be far more important because you're increasing your DPS while it is firing. Because you're not increasing your DPS while it's firing, I don't mind that little pause before it retargets. It honestly helps me out a little bit, because then I know, oh, it's paused, now it's going to retarget. Perfect. Where when it's just constantly streaming, you just get lost, and you're just like, oh, it retargeted, and I didn't even realize. Crap. So I avoid that entirely. Very, very little focus on the cooldown comparatively. I know I've talked about the cooldown before. I don't think I've gone into that much detail of it. As you can see, I'm going to stand still just for a second. Let's get to a little open area. Let's just see in awe these lovely, lovely tornadoes. Oh, and there's the boss. So now, here we go. We got our retarget on already. And there, let's wipe out some of the side. Thankfully, we have tornadoes to handle everything. As you can see, I'm firing in one direction. Just reposition and get it so it hits the boss. Our damage is definitely quite limited right now, so this is a dangerous, dangerous spot for us. I think we should be okay. Might take... Oh, he's pushed me right into the edge. Woo! That was really, really, really bad. One problem right now is I can't necessarily see where my shurikens were firing. So that was definitely a problem for a little bit. We made it through all the enemies. Now we just have to make sure we survive. We got it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Woo! Very underpowered. Got a little dicey there, even with all the HP. Had we gotten more levels, that would have been a cakewalk, but obviously with the slow movement speed, with weapons that were just sending experience everywhere, we really couldn't pick up that much. But look at this. I didn't even loot that much. I barely, I didn't go to the shop and buy multiple runes. I did buy one, but I didn't buy, 3,000 gold and runes or anything, and we still got 3,400. So that's actually a huge benefit of this map. But tornado on tornado action, or tornado on twister action, has officially happened. This was a romp. I did not think it would be so low level. I kind of expected it to sort of drop so much experience, even though it was far away. With the movement speed, I'd still pick it all up. So that was quite a little bit of a surprise. But, level be damned. Do want to say thank you very much for checking this out. So you are aware, the devs said they are actively working very hard on the patch. Fingers crossed that it's coming out. I'm not 100% sure when, but again, it's being actively worked on. It's coming. They want it out. We want it out. It's going to be fantastic. So that is good. They have a patch structure that they want to follow, where they do 2 small patches followed by a 3rd larger patch. This patch coming up is the larger patch, so the 2 patches after this will be smaller bug fixes, enhancements, and things like that before another major content patch does come out. So thank you all very much. That's the update for the game. That's the updates for me. I'll probably be doing this on Mac. Actually, I don't know. I might not do that. I'll probably go straight to bone. Because Maxine's ability with tornadoes just to give it extra ranks and cooldown, which is essentially, So, to bone though. Onward to bone. I have a lot of points to get though, and they are going to be very expensive. So I'm going to be farming that map for a bit, just for you. So thank you all so much. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you do want to see anything, let me know. I'd be thrilled to do anything that people want. It'll be a whole lot of fun, and I will catch you next time. Happy hunting!